From Washington, this is VOA News. President Obama seeks new level in U.S. relationship with China. Last known U.S. Ebola patient walks out of the hospital disease-free. I'm Ray Kouguell reporting from Washington. President Obama says he wants to take the U.S. relationship with China to a new level. During the first of 2 days of meetings in Beijing with Chinese President Xi Jinping, President Obama said the whole world benefits when the U.S. and China are able to work together. Their meetings are being held alongside the Beijing-sponsored Asia-Pacific Economic Summit, where leaders gave their initial approval to a China-led free trade zone. President Obama and Russia's President Vladimir Putin met briefly on the sidelines of the conference in Beijing. A U.S. National Security Council spokeswoman says the topics included Iran, Syria, and Ukraine, but did not provide any details. A New York doctor who was the last known Ebola victim in the United States has been cured of the deadly disease and left the hospital on Tuesday. Officials at a New York hospital say that after a rigorous course of treatment and testing, 33-year-old Craig Spencer was declared free of the Ebola virus and poses no public health risk. Spencer worked for Doctors Without Borders. He contracted Ebola while treating patients in Guinea and was hospitalized after returning to the U.S. last month. Nigerian President Goodluck Jonathan says he will seek a second full term. Mr. Jonathan made the expected announcement at a rally in the capital Abuja on Tuesday. Mr. Jonathan has come under intense criticism for failing to stop Boko Haram. Nigeria is set to hold general elections in February. The ruling People's Democratic Party is being challenged by a new coalition of opposition parties called the All Progressives Congress. This is VOA News. NATO's military commander is expressing concern over an increasing flow of weaponry and military supplies to Russia-backed separatists in eastern Ukraine. That's happening as European observers in the region reported seeing another unmarked military convoy near the rebel stronghold of Donetsk. U.S. Air Force General Philip Breedlove says there's been increased movement of armored weapons and other military equipment into eastern Ukraine over the past several days. Negotiators from Iran and a group of 6 leading nations held another round of nuclear talks in Oman Tuesday. The talks came as a deadline approaches for reaching an agreement on Iran's nuclear program. Abbas Araghchi is Iran's deputy foreign minister and senior nuclear negotiator.
Negotiations in the past 2 days and discussions were very useful, but we are not still in a position to say that we have made progress.
The two sides have been trying for almost a year to reach a comprehensive, lasting agreement after deciding to extend their initial 6-month window until November 24th. The UN Refugee Agency is warning it will have to cut winter aid for almost 1 million displaced Iraqis and Syrians because of a severe funding shortage. Lisa Schlein has details.
The UN Refugee Agency warns of very tough times ahead for hundreds of thousands of people in conflict-ridden Syria and Iraq. Because of a funding shortfall of more than $58 million, the UNHCR says it will have to concentrate its efforts on helping the most vulnerable survive the harsh winter. The vicious onslaught of the Islamic State militant group in Iraq has forced 1.9 million people to flee for their lives. These people are bereft of homes, comfort, of any belongings that could make their lives bearable during the coming months. Lisa Schlein, Geneva.
Israeli troops shot and killed a Palestinian man and wounded another during clashes Tuesday in the West Bank. It's the latest as tensions rise over the Temple Mount, disputed Jerusalem's holy site revered by both Muslims and Jews. Veterans Day activities are winding down here in the United States. A huge crowd is attending a Concert for Valor on the National Mall here in Washington, featuring rock and roll legend Bruce Springsteen, rhythm and blues singer Rihanna, country star Carrie Underwood, and the heavy metal band Metallica. Earlier Tuesday, Vice President Joe Biden spoke at Arlington Cemetery to honor American military veterans, calling them the best that this country has had to offer.
As every adversary in every age who has ever come up against you has learned, American warriors never bend, never break, and never, ever, ever yield.
Vice President Joe Biden. I'm Ray Kouguell in Washington.
That's the latest world news from VOA.